Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Wyrock. In today's episode, we're talking about brain chemistry, and we're asking the question, what if medicine is wrong? This comes from something that was in The Atlantic this week. It's the story of Cooper Davis, who now works with a nonprofit organization helping people who make the decision to wean themselves off of psychiatric medicine. And the article really focused on Cooper's own story in working with a variety of psychiatric medicines to regulate his own behavior, starting when he was a child all the way up into adulthood. There's a lot there from his story that's interesting, but the most fascinating thing that, at least from my perspective, not being a medical professional, is the idea that we don't actually know what regular brain chemistry looks like. I think we think as lay people that brain chemistry is like blood pressure. It should be around 120/80. And if those numbers are high or low, that means there's a problem, and we should take medicine to get back to that number. But brain chemistry is not that way. We don't actually know what normal brain chemistry is between one person and another. You can't take a test and then show yourself to be at risk, for example, of depression or anxiety or anything else, even though the story we've been told, at least from pharmaceutical companies, is that it is the result of brain chemistry, and that by taking their pill, we will raise or lower a particular level that will inevitably and helpfully improve our behavior or our own feelings of self-worth. What The Atlantic does through Cooper Davis's story is show us that while that is a theory in psychology, it is just that. It is a theory. It is not fact. And in fact, when we prescribe medicine, we are at best guessing. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. Sometimes people take a Zoloft or a Ritalin or something like that, and it actually does improve their behavior. But in some ways, that's a lucky dart being thrown at the dartboard. It is not like other areas of medicine. And the reason why I find that fascinating and helpful to understand is because that leads to a series of conclusions. And that's what I want to spend the second half of this podcast doing, helping you think through, if that's true about brain chemistry, well then what does that mean for me? So let me just offer you 5 things that this should get us thinking about. Here's the first one. This is just a podcast. I am not a medical professional. So do not start or stop taking medicine because of what I say on this podcast. You should consult your doctor and make an informed decision based on your own life and your own physical well-being. Full stop. Don't let me be your medical doctor. But second, here's the next thing I want you to think about. God is incredible. And the reason why I say that is because God made us. And after centuries of studying the human body, in the last 100 years of medical and technological advancements, there's still so much about our own brains that we have no idea about. I mean, some of our best and brightest people become doctors, scientists, researchers, nurses. They give their lives to understanding the human body. And we still don't understand a lot of it. And that's not because we're stupid. It's because God is that nuanced and incredible and detailed and complex. And not understanding brain chemistry shouldn't terrify us, not first. It should result in us worshiping a God who is so incredible as a designer. But the third thing it should mean is recognizing the humility with which we should engage these things. We don't know what we don't know. So when you talk to your doctor, ask questions, do some research, ask yourself, how do they know what they're saying to me? Why is this medicine the right one for me? How long should I take it? Those questions are worthwhile. You're not bothering someone when you ask them. You're making informed decisions about your body. I hope you're doing that. The fourth thing is, as Christians, we should take a harder look at pharmaceutical marketing. In some countries, it's not legal to make the claims that these companies are making in the United States in their advertising. We have to be careful who we're listening to, and we should ask our politicians to hold these companies responsible for what they present to us as fact and what they should be presenting to us as simply theory. And then finally, live holistically. Look, medicine might be part of regulating your mental and emotional health, but so is exercise, so is sleep, so is being a part of your local church, so is understanding what God has to say to you about community, about repentance, about forgiveness and mercy. You are not a robot where if we put in the right pills, you will automatically become a whole new person. Medicine can be a helpful part, but it is just that, a helpful part of a holistic need to live rightly, to find health in a number of categories. My prayer for you is that you'll ask more questions and seek more ways to live a healthy life. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Wake Up Look Up. While you're here, make sure you click like and subscribe so you get future content from Wake Up Look Up. And hey, leave a comment below letting us know what you thought or interacting in some way with what you just watched. I'd love a chance to talk with you more in the comment section. And also, while you're here, check out all the other content CCC puts out, including the videos that are around me right now.